I'm mad, I'm angry, but I'm also disappointed.
Dozens of New Chapel EMS employees could be without a job after the company's CEO tells them to look for new employment. This is Wave News at 11. I'm John Bull. Things were supposedly looking up for the company back in June after the fallout from the Jamie Knoll investigation. That's when New Chapel's CEO said they were, quote, close to getting through the mess that has been these last few months. Wave News reporter Logan Perrone talked with an employee who has been blindsided by a possible layoff now.
John, in an internal email in late June, New Chapel EMS CEO Matt Owen told employees they were figuring out the financial situation. However, Owen informed them on Monday to, quote, seek alternative employment. One employee shared her frustration with us, while representatives for the company claim it was the right thing to do. Jade Abbott grew up around New Chapel EMS, spending days after school at the fire hall.
Whenever I was younger, I was here quite often. This was like a second family to me.
Now a New Chapel employee, Abbott says her comforts have faded. Abbott fears she will soon be without work, a paycheck, and a way to pay for school and other bills. After an August 12th company-wide email from CEO Matt Owen encouraged all crew members to, quote, seek alternative employment.
I've had to ask for a car deferment, like a car payment deferment. I've asked my mom for help whenever I first found out, because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Abbott says the news has left her and dozens of coworkers scrambling.
We don't know where to go, if we want to go further in Indiana or if we should go back to Kentucky, cross the bridge, and apply to places over there. A lot of people are just kind of applying everywhere at this point, just hoping for a snag somewhere.
Monday's email came less than 2 months after a separate note to employees that painted a different picture. Owen wrote that we are hitting goals 3 months ahead of schedule and promised $4,000 worth of retention bonuses. We reached out to Owen for comment, but only heard from his attorney, Coy Travis.
We've done what we could to try to be as transparent with our employees about that as possible.
Travis explains the decision to cut staff is the result of New Chapel EMS deciding to end 911 service at the end of August. That move was made after the Utica Fire Protection District asked New Chapel to vacate its headquarters. Travis also says non-compete clauses, which had previously limited employees from finding work elsewhere, will not be enforced by the company leadership.
We have every intention of supporting our employees in finding new employment and giving them all the help and support that we can in that.
However, Abbott's mom, Sandra Craven, who also works for the company part-time, claims transparency and leadership have been an issue for quite some time.
He's very misleading, as he has been this whole time. Matt has not been truthful.
New Chapel's board appointed Owen to his position following investigations into former CEO Jamie Knoll for 31 felonies, including fraud and money laundering. New Chapel EMS services were then dropped by a number of municipalities in the weeks and months that followed over concerns of coverage. In an audio recording provided to Wave News, Owen can be heard arguing with an employee earlier this month when he was questioned about his leadership. That employee references a scheduling mistake that left Clark County with no paramedic on duty at New Chapel on July 11th.
There's no way you all didn't know that there wasn't going to be a medic on that day, because we saw it the day before. Like, it's not a new thing.
And who said something? Who said something?
What do you mean?
Who said, hey Matt, there's no medic on tomorrow?
That's not our job. That's literally your job. You're in scheduling. You are in charge of the schedule.
You don't understand something. Let me explain something to you right quick.
Okay.
I'm a manager.
Right.
I manage things.
Managers know who's working that day.
No, you need to go to leadership training because you don't understand what a manager
Don't
is.
tell me I need to go to leadership training.
Now, Craven says New Chapel staff is suffering out of a lack of communication.
All of these employees here were led to believe that through email that they were going to receive a retention bonus, new equipment, all these other things, didn't have to worry about their job. Matt Owen was misleading and actually should have stepped away from the company.
The situation leaves people like Jade taking new steps to figure out their livelihood.
It kind of just put me at a stop, honestly. I don't know what my next step is.
Abbott does tell me that New Chapel honored the first half of the retention bonuses and paychecks today. Meanwhile, Travis says that New Chapel EMS is assessing the situation to figure out how many employees the company will keep and that all crew members on the schedule will remain through the end of this month. Logan Perrone, Wave News.
Thanks, Logan.